Welcome to Cedar Club, Quincy's favorite local bar. A friendly corner bar with a laid-back atmosphere and affordable drinks. It's the perfect spot for a great time. With entertainment galore, including shuffleboard, golden tee, pool, foosball, and winning gaming machines. Cedar Club's latest edition is the best spot to catch your favorite game. Great drinks, great friends, and great times. Cedar Club, 20th and Cedar in Quincy.
Welcome to the Daily Muddy. I'm Bob Goff. My guest today is Tamitha Ague. She is with the Double Hearts Ranch and the Missouri State Parks Foundation. Welcome.
Thank you.
So let's talk about the parks first, because that's near and dear to my heart. It's Mark Twain State Park, you're very close to.
Yes.
I, of course, grew up over in that area as well. So, and you recently just joined that foundation's board, correct?
Correct.
So does that mean you get to help raise money, or what do you get to do for them?
Quite a few things. One, we get to look at different grants that we can help the state, Missouri Department of Natural Resources, bring into to be able to help our parks from the federal government, as well as we do fundraising, as well as just supporting them in any kind of projects that they may need in regards to working on rebuilding the bridges, the old covered bridges and things like that. Or redoing the Katy Trail, helping. So actually boots on the ground a lot of times on some of the projects as well.
Yeah, Missouri, of course, has a lot of beautiful state parks, not just the ones that are close to us that we like, but all over the state. And it's great where we can, Missouri DNR can get in there and they can do some things, but then they also need extra help, and I guess that's where the foundation comes in.
Yes, volunteers are extremely critical to the Missouri State Parks. We have 92 state parks.
Oh, wow.
We are actually fourth as the top systems for state parks in the United States. So we have a lot of parks, but we also depend a lot on our volunteers and the foundations that support those. Because I'm also connected to Backcountry Horsemen, which is a part of the ranch, but also helps with the state parks. So all of the equine trails that you see in any of our state parks are all maintained and manned by the Backcountry Horsemen for the state of Missouri.
So I guess, yeah, that's kind of why things tie in with your ranch there. So how far is the ranch then from? It's like you said, just real close to the lake, huh?
Yeah, 3/4 of a mile. You can dip your toes into it.
And so, at the ranch, what is your primary mission of the ranch?
Primary mission of the ranch is to assist people in understanding equine assisted learning, as well as preservation of nature, our environment, and the surroundings. All of our equine that we have there do have a backstory in regards to how they came to Double Hearts Ranch. And so I do a lot of education with nursing homes, daycares, campers that stay on our property, because each one of our horses are unique in some form or fashion, as well as our donkeys, our long ears that we have.
How many horses do you have currently on the ranch?
I just have 3.
Okay.
And I have 2 donkeys.
Okay.
And they've all been rescued.
And but you're a home if people want to then give up their horses then.
Yes. We do take donations a lot of times in regards to feed, hay, especially during the winter.
Right.
But my main goal is to allow people to really understand how horses can be a unique partnership in regards to their connections. And I know they're a 1,200-pound animal and sometimes can be unpredictable, but they can be also extremely very tranquil and help in regards to when you've had those long days and you just need a day to decompress. Mm-hmm. It's really kind of nice to hear a blowout or a nickering, or just for them to come up and ask them to pet you.
Well, it's like any pet. I mean, you go home and you had a bad day. There's nothing better than your dog, coming up and acting like, hey, he's happy to see you, or your cat curling in your lap. I mean, it's that kind of thing. I mean, we need that connection with not just our fellow man, but also with everything involved in nature. So, how long's the Double Hearts Ranch been around?
We just started last year.
Okay.
So we're brand new.
All right.
So we've been really working on listening to what campers or what the community can utilize Double Hearts Ranch for. We were on the Missouri Agritourism for the first time program this last year, which was really nice to be able to meet other small businesses that are Missouri-based and Missouri funded across the state of Missouri, and to be able to get ideas and to be able to share what we have to offer. But also too, our camping experience is a little bit different. Since we only have 4 full RV hookups, we do have plenty of camping space. And we also, we tailor your experience to what do you want out of Double Hearts Ranch. What kind of experience would that be? We have some that would like to just come and prop up their feet and read a book and maybe have a glass of wine. That's perfectly fine. And then we have some that actually want to help us get out there and brush the horses and, lead them around and learn more about them. And so we make it interactive in whatever level that you are comfortable with. The horses love people, especially when you provide them with carrots or bananas or grapes. Yeah. And I have plenty of those on hand for people. But we tailor. For organizations, for individuals, we are actually in the process of building a program for the Northeast Missouri Girl Scouts out of St. Louis to be able to come out on the property and tent camp, and get their equine badges. We have kayaking ability, so you can rent kayaks from us. So being able to go out and take tours down Salt River or around Mark Twain Lake on kayaks. So we just kind of tailor it. I had a lady call from Jefferson City, and she said, I need a romantic day. 4 hours. And I was like, okay. I'm like, well, what does that look like for you? And so getting a lot more information about the people that are going to be participating in that, who they were, what they were wanting out of that. And we were able to provide a hot chocolate station because it was on a cold, brisk fall day, and then last fall, and then be able to take them over to the biking trails. We have bikes that they rented, and we're able to go around Mark Twain Lake and bike, and then come back and have lunch.
Double Hearts Ranch, non-for-profit, for-profit?
For-profit right now. Okay. Working on the process of probably transferring it into a nonprofit.
Okay. Well, no, it sounds like it sounds like a great thing with the horses and everything. And again, I know there are a lot of campgrounds around, so especially around the lake. But again, if you have a certain mission and you have the ability to do some of these other things, I think that sounds pretty attractive. So, well, thank you for your time, and again, thank you for doing that good work on the State Parks Foundation. And again, I think it's something, if people haven't been over there to enjoy it, it is. It's just a great, when you talk about just wanting to get away, it's a great place just to do that, that's for sure.
Mark Twain Lake is extremely tranquil. It's very nature-oriented, and it's a really, I feel like I'm camping every day when I'm over there, even though I live there.
Well, when when I was growing up, and in high school, they were building the dam, and the lake was filling and all that stuff. So, everybody was like, oh, it's going to be Lake of the Ozarks. Well, no, and that's probably a good thing, because it's nice. It's a nice, quiet getaway, and sure, a couple more amenities would be great, but I know that the landing, which is now like Yellowstone Park, that's always something that's fun, and there's a lot of fun stuff to do. So that's what when your people come to stay at Double Hearts, you can say, hey, you got all this other stuff you can still do. So
the Corps has done a great job of being able to balance having a little bit of things to do. There's several restaurants, great towns for antiquing around there that are rural and local. But also being able to preserve the nature. Like there's a, disc golf that you can do. There's a gun range. There's, archery. There's a lot. And the Corps is always having activities, and we try to partner with a lot of that. And so, like we also partner with them, like we're doing the Legend of the Donkey, which many people don't know about, for Easter, with Brush Arbor Church out there. And then we're also doing every other Friday night, and during the summer, starting in May, we will be doing the Fireside Roundup. Nice. So it's live music, hot dogs, s'mores, kids love it, and learning how to rope a calf, So,
all stuff that kids just love to do, and it's a really an unforgettable experience, I'm sure. So, well, Tamitha, thank you very much for your time.
Thanks. I appreciate your time.
We will be back with Don O'Brien and the Better Business Bureau.
Kelly's has been a fun place to eat and drink in Quincy since 1982. A fun and friendly atmosphere, food with flavor, homemade cinnamon rolls, and famous cheese soup, the best menu in town. Kelly's, 2902 Broadway, Quincy.
Welcome to the Abbey, a Quincy tradition. With 6 big screens, a new larger kitchen, and now more seating capacity, the Abbey is the place to be before, during, and after the big game. Come enjoy fan favorite appetizers, steaks, burgers, and a variety of daily food and drink specials. Can't join us? Carryout is available too. Now with a convenient drive-up window to better serve you. 1736 Spring in Quincy. Opens at 3 p.m. Tuesday through Sunday. Come join all your friends at the Abbey, a Quincy tradition.
Instant Replay is your local sports bar. With 18 big screen TVs, we have all the sports packages from college games to pro games. We offer daily drink specials, and come check out the Bullpen, our newly renovated beer garden. Instant Replay, 2739 Chestnut in Quincy.
The Tower, a great place to meet and eat. But did you know the Tower has one of the finest drink selections in our area? Along with its incredible Mexican menu, the Tower specializes in tequilas for every taste. Names like Patron, Cabo Wabo, and Hornitos. And don't forget the margaritas. On Mondays and Tuesdays, stop by and pick up a single topping pizza and get Tower margaritas to go. Enjoy the Tower at home or in our dining room, bar area, or the Tower's signature climate-controlled porch. The Tower Pizza and Mexican in Quincy.
Are you looking for the perfect venue for your next special event? Check out Utopia Event Center. Utopia has a large banquet room and an awesome bar area, perfect for anything from birthday parties to formal corporate meetings. It also offers a photo booth, stage for a DJ or a live band, and a fully stocked bar, all for only $300. Check us out at utopiaeventcenter.com or call Barn at 217-430-6559 for more information. Utopia Event Center, 900 North 12th Street in Quincy.
The Liquor Booth is your home for a huge selection of beer, wine, and spirits. The Liquor Booth has 2 locations in Quincy, 3520 Broadway and 1500 North 12th Street. The Liquor Booth, where it's always happy hour.
Welcome back, and now it's time to hang out with DOB and talk about the BBB.
What's going
You're not
on?
going to scare me like you scare Ashley.
Ashley, you know what? I've got her on the straight and narrow now since we do this.
No, you don't.
Well,
That's impossible.
Well, I know that's a
That ain't
hard
happening.
road to get back on the track, isn't it?
So, but I just figure, are they gonna kill me? No, they'll just steal my stuff. Fine, I'll unplug.
No, Bob,
I'll go live in the creek in Perry and just live by the house and play my banjo on the porch.
No,
don't worry about it.
We want to keep you safe. We want to keep all the other people
All
safe,
right.
and that's why I thank you for letting me come out here once a week.
All right, well then
to
tell
talk.
me about the scam tracker.
Okay,
Somebody steals my
so
stuff.
yeah, so Scam Tracker. A Scam Tracker is something we have on our website. It's totally free to access. You go bbb.org/scam tracker, or you can just Google BBB Scam Tracker, and you go there. You can read about scams. You can report scams. Very valuable tool that's for free. So we've had this since 2016. At the end of every year, we accumulate all of our stats. You're a big stat guy.
Yeah.
So
Moneyball, baby.
yes, exactly. So we look at the data, and the data tells us some interesting things. It tells us the scams that are being most reported, and the ones that people are most susceptible to. Go ahead. I could say that three times, right?
I had trouble earlier too. Yeah.
Yeah, right. And it's telling us that investment scams, including cryptocurrency, are the most risky scams that were reported in 2024.
Frankie's a big crypto guy. I don't know. I still think it's
Frankie
funny
and I
money.
sat here one night, and he talked crypto for me for about a half hour.
Yeah.
And he gave me a little bit better idea of it. But if you don't know Frankie obviously is very big into crypto, so he knows what he's doing, so he's okay. But if you don't know what you're doing with crypto, some people, especially scammers, are using it for those get-rich-quick schemes, and people are losing a lot of money on those. The median average loss is about $5,000, reported to our BBB Scam Tracker last year. So, we see that. We also see romance scams, the third riskiest scam, and the most risky scam for seniors 65 and older. Both those deal with kind of what we call financial grooming. They're trying to get you, try to get trust in you, and so that way they can take your money from you. So that's something that was interesting that we saw. We've got all kinds of scams here. I'm going to quiz you right now.
Okay.
Who is more likely to be scammed? Someone's 18 to 34 or somebody 65 and older?
Oh, 65 and older.
No, incorrect.
What?
The Scam Tracker shows us that people 18 to 34 are more susceptible to falling for scams than the 65 and olders are. 65 and olders, they're more likely to know what a scam looks like than the younger people. Now, conversely, though, who's going to lose more money when they're scammed?
Well, the 65-year-olds, because they have more money.
That's correct. So they reported the highest median dollar loss of all age groups of $160 per scam. Right behind them, though, is the young kids. Those 18 to 24 is at $150. So that one's been going back and forth. The more likely to be scammed really flipped right around COVID. We see all kinds of interesting scams here. Employment scams are really huge for younger people, 18 to 34. They go online, they see things through social media. They may, there are certain job websites where scammers like to post things, and people fall victim to that.
I still get like texts from time to time. Hey, we'd like you to come work for us. We're going to pay you $4,000 a week, and yada yada yada, blah blah blah. And unfortunately, I have a job that I love and wouldn't even look at and click at the thing. But I mean, I get that. I delete, block, scam.
Anytime that you get something out of the blue like that, whether it's a text message or an email, and it sounds interesting to you, that's where if you want to go after it, you really have to investigate to see if it's legitimate or not. We see that people are reported to be more likely to lose money when engaging via social media. Obviously, Facebook's a big driver of that. Yeah. We see Facebook scams all the time. There are just any number of ones. The Facebook scam that I'm seeing a lot now, that I'm sure you've seen and others, are when people have a big list of items they're trying to sell, and they've got some excuse like, oh, my uncle died, and he has all these things like washers and dryers and 4x4s and all kinds of stuff. And terrible. If you see things on, especially Facebook, and it's a post where you can't comment on that, that's a dead giveaway that it's a scam post. So, be careful about that. Credit cards continue to be the most reported payment method. However, we're seeing more scammers trying to ask people to use cryptocurrency. They'll send a QR code to you, and they'll actually, especially the older folks who are victimizing these things, they report that they are actually on the phone with them the entire time. They tell them, oh, the nearest crypto ATM is at 8th and Broadway. I just made that up. You can go there. I don't know if there's anything. What's at 8th and Broadway?
There's the senior Sunset Apartments.
There you go.
And
yes.
There's a car wash.
Yeah. So no, not there. So 18th and Broadway, Walgreens. I'm totally making that up. I don't know if there's one in there, but they'll actually instruct you where the nearest crypto ATM is. They'll instruct them how to get the money from their bank, use the QR code, scan it at the ATM, and then feed the money in. So all kinds of good stuff in there. If you're really deep into stats and want to read about that, you can go to bbb.org and our scam tracker and read that. Again, if you want to report a scam, you can do that for free. You want to read all this information, it's all free, thanks to the support of the accredited businesses in our area.
As this airs on Thursday, the basketball tournament has begun. Who's your team? Who you like? Who you think's going to win it all?
Okay, so I finally filled out a bracket last night. You're going to be proud of me. I had Mizzou all the way to the Elite Eight.
That's good. I've got to win in the whole thing in one, of course.
Of course you do.
Yes.
I've got Illinois in the Final Four, blinders, but I have Duke winning it all.
I have Florida in my real one, but then in the Mizzou/King SEC bracket, when the entire Elite Eight is SEC and all the way through, I've got Mizzou winning that one. Of course.
Okay, well, we'll see. Yes, of course.
All right. Well, again, thank you. Yes. And, no matter what you said about Scam Tracker, I think you are the BBB's most valuable tool.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
All right. Have a good one. We'll see you next time.